All right, everybody, welcome on in. We are starting with Division 2. I'll pop the game over here in a minute. We should have everything all started up, good to go. Should be less red tonight, as I've got the lighting now fixed to be a little bit better. There's still some static there in the corner. I'm not entirely sure what's causing that. I'll have to continue to work at it. I might need to bring that screen forward a little bit more, or tilt the light down. I thought I had it down enough because it's a little bit further down than it was before. But anyway, we're improved. I look less like I'm under easy bake oven light. This one's a little more blue, as you can see on the reflection of my face. But here we are, for better or for worse. We're gonna have a stream of Division 2. Eventually, I want to get to a place where I can do a guide on builds, something very simple. I see a lot of advanced guides. I see a lot of guides by pros where they're talking about builds, but I think they're going too fast at it, and they've got too much wrapped into those. The problem that I faced when I looked for information for builds was when I went to try to find those resources through Ubisoft stuff. Ube. They had very limited information. I found their guides to be dry and non-specific. Non-specific's not the right word, but they covered too much but had no substance. I didn't know what they were talking about with builds. It was more like, get a gear set, do a gear set. Now that's great and that's part of it, but that is not the entirety of what you need. You need a gear set to start, but realistically, you've got to play open world a bit. DC, New York is so-so. I wouldn't recommend New York because it's really small. I don't think it gives too fair of an example of what you're going to face, since most stuff is based in DC. If you're playing Division 2, you're going to be in DC a lot. There's activities in New York, sure. WONY, Warlords of New York, WONY is what they call it in short form, WONY. But realistically, you're going to be running around in DC. A lot of the time that me and Ice are grinding for levels and stuff, we're doing it in DC. We're not doing it in New York. New York's too small. There's just not enough going on. I find that New York is useful for, or DC, or no, New York is useful for if you're collecting the little trinkets, which one of the side goals I have is to collect as many of the trinkets as I can till I max those out and then sell them to a vendor to see what it's worth. Yes, I could do the math on it. I don't want to. I just want to collect them all. It's a passive thing I do. It's not something that I plan on taking a lot of time, at once doing. It's just as I do stuff. But if you're going to do post-game, pardon me, guys, I'm dry tonight. You have to have a build. You can rough it for a short period of time, and you'll make it. Ice does pretty good, but I think he's accidentally fallen into a crit-heavy build without knowing it. It is very easy to, after equipping your gear, have those stats just where they're at, and you're there. And it'll do you pretty good. Skill is a portion of it. He is fairly skilled. Ice is a very skilled player at this game. But builds can really give you a higher edge than anything else. Just quick little thing here. I upped the volume a little bit on the mic, and I have it a little bit closer to me because I noticed that on the YouTube replay of last night's monologue, it was really quiet, and I didn't want that. So also a video from last night's play will be coming, but OpenShot was giving me some trouble on getting that re-exported. So those are coming soon to YouTube. Look out for them. I'll tonight's video process a lot quicker because there's going to be very few edits to it. So. But anyway, back to division stuff, and I'll pop in the game to go over this. You have builds, which were always the thing you needed. There was recalibration, optimization, the recal library, all of that. Now that we have that, those take a lot more time. And in all of those, the best videos I've seen out are about the optimization. Those were the easiest ones to understand. But the recal library was difficult. I still have a hard time finding a video. Been trying to get in, but ads keep, Dante's saying, brother, I've been trying to get in, but ads keep locking the stream up. I'll be back after that. All right, no problem, man. Yeah, I understand the ads have been an issue. That's something else we'll talk about on Sunday too, but if you guys are following all the Twitch drama, You'll definitely understand about the ad things. I've thought about asking viewers to let me know when an ad pops up or an ad roll pops up, how long it is, and let me know when they're seeing it so I can go back to the chat feed and see how interruptive it is, because I understand it's going to kill a lot of what you guys are hearing. I'm part of this, so thank God for YouTube and the replays, right? Also, shout out to Dante of the F and Dante Savages. Check out at F and Dante Savage. He's got an excellent stream. His production quality is amazing. Guy does great stuff. So check him out. Check out his channel. Link is in the chat. Please go show him some support. Man is a musician, game streamer, does just amazing things. He's the best man I know. So a lot of the guides are just, I think they miss some of the simpler stuff. So as I put in Twitter, and we're still at a point where we just came back from a streaming hiatus, so I don't expect a lot of views on. I'm not upset with that or anything. To a point, I feel like I deserve it. The channel wasn't too entertaining before. I wasn't really interactive, and I want to change that. And that's kind of what the point of a stream like tonight is. So if you're watching this on YouTube later on, and we're doing a Division stream, and you see us, and it's not extremely focused, like, I'll let you know in those channels, like, hey, we're on a mission, we're doing this specifically. Probably not the opportune time, but you can still leave something in chat, and I'll try to get to it. But generally, our streams for it are fairly open to questions and stuff, and so I want people to ask questions. I feel like Division 2's got a huge group of people to play, but there's a lot of people that have maybe dropped out because they don't understand the build mechanism, and that really adds a whole nother component to the game. So let's go ahead and hop over to the game now, and I'm gonna do a brief overview. I don't know if Ice will be in. He said he's gonna try to make it, but he had some other stuff going on. So if he's in, great. If he's not, we're just gonna continue with some stuff here. I am gonna try to also complete a league tonight for rewards. There's a backpack hanger I want, and we can look at that too. And I'm basically gonna explain this in layman's and go over some stuff. If you're a veteran of this game, this may be boring for you. If you are a veteran of this game, you're watching, you have something to interject, and you're on the live stream here, feel free to leave a comment in and tell me I'm wrong on something so I can correct it. If I don't understand it, I want to know more. That's how gaming used to be. We didn't crap on each other for not knowing about a game. We tried to explain it to each other. We taught each other. If we were stuck on a stage or something, we helped each other. That's what gaming should be. If nothing else, I want this channel to be a focal point that if I'm playing a game badly and somebody's got some advice to help, so be it. I don't have that kind of pride. If it's going to help the game play better for me, I want to do it. I want to enjoy it. And I want that experience back. People used to tell me Twitch was supposed to be the experience of having friends sitting on the couch with you playing games, and I feel a lot of that is just gone now. We don't have that anymore. So I want to kind of bring that back. So if you got advice, you got a comment, bring it in. If you're on YouTube, you're catching this later, obviously it's not live. Leave a comment if you think there's something to help. I will bring it up in another video. I will bring it up in a future playthrough where we can address it. I can test it. If you have a theory you want me to test on stream, I'll be glad to test it for everyone to see. If there's a rumor, any game that we play, if you hear a rumor about something that you think is neat and you haven't tested it yourself or need somebody to test it, I'll be glad to do that live. And then we can clip that out, put it on YouTube, like debunked, proven, whatever. I love fact-checking things. I love finding out if it's true or not. So let me bring up, let's bring up Division here. Boom, right at White House. So I'm going to run in here just because the weather changes a lot, and I don't want that interrupting too much going on. There'll be audio that pops in here from the game, obviously, but game's real low. Ooh. I'm going to calibrate the audio real quick before we go too much further. I want to see how loud it is. Okay. The OBS layout's a little bit weird. I want it to be balanced enough that you guys can hear me, but at the same time, I don't want the game to be overpowering. So if the game is too low, you guys let me know. I'm going to go a little bit higher. That might be too high. I don't know. You should barely be able to hear the footsteps is what we're going for here. So I'm going to crank it just a little bit lower. There we go. Give it a midpoint. Because I know it's going to get louder as we get into intense battle stuff. So, this part of the White House over here, if you're not familiar, once you come into the White House, you get past the vendors. Right over here are the two most important things you're going to use later on. One is the crafting station, which not so much for crafting guns. We really don't care about that. That can come in handy for optimization. This table right here is going to be your most important in endgame. Before we get to that, what we want to do is we want to go to our inventory, go into our items, and these are the gear sets, the gear pieces you have. what we want to do is be sure that we've got, if we're not using the teal sets, the teal sets are, I don't think I have any in here. No, I don't have any. They're the ones that are specialized. They drop really rare. And I don't have any in here, but those teal sets, you can have 4 pieces from the same type, same set for a stackable bonus. And I'll show you what that means. So for example, we're gonna take my face mask. If you look at the top there, it's the Breathe Easy mask. We don't care about the name, but it's the Breathe Easy mask. What we care about is the Walker Harrison Co. type. And then if you look to the right-hand side, you'll see it says Walker Harrison Co. 2 of 3. So you can have, for the bonus, you can have up to 3 pieces equipped. You can make your entire item set Walker Harrison Co., but that's a waste. To a degree, it's a waste, unless you're going to use a different set for bonuses. So I'm using the Walker Harrison Co. brand set, and if you look there, it'll tell you the bonuses you're going to get. We're only going to focus on that. Ignore the rest of the stats at this point. So it tells you it gets a 5% weapon damage boost. That's just for having one piece of that gear set. The second one is a 5% damage to armor boost. So I have chosen those because in my gameplay and how I play, I've learned that those are the things that I need to improve on the stats. Those are the things I want. I want to be doing damage to armor. I don't have a piece yet for the damage to health. I have a piece for that set, but it still needs to be upgraded, so to speak, to match what I currently have equipped so I don't lose stats. That's another hard part, because you don't want to lose the armor you have or anything trying to make a build. I don't anyway. I'm being a little more specific with it. So once I get that third set, I'll have damage to health, which means that's on top of what I'm already doing. And then damage to armor is obviously how quickly you're going to drain that target's armor. And then weapon damage is your overall weapon damage. Okay? Now, we're going to jump to a different tab at the top there. Right now, we're under inventory. So you follow, we're going to go past contaminated, past resources, and we're going to go to stats. This will show you everything that you're doing. If you haven't looked at this menu to look at your character, you should, to get an idea of where you're at. And then as you make a build, watch where you're at. So here's the weapon damage I'm doing with this current weapon. These will change based on what weapon you have equipped. So for example, I'm going to back out. We're going to go to this gun here, and you can see my sidearm's doing 294. We're going to go to the Scorpio, 1.2 mil. Shotguns tend to do well over 1 million damage. No matter what you've got, you're going to be doing at least 1 million. Most are going to be doing well over that. I have this one fixed up a bit. We'll go over that later on. That may not be this stream. I'm trying to go over this quickly. I don't want to take up the entire time we have with this. So, and then of course, here's my primary at 519. This is a marksman. I think it's a marksman. This is rifle. And this one, yeah, just a rifle, not a marksman. This one is doing the 519.5k. So part of that boost, and I'll show you here. We're gonna let's see if I can unequip that. We're gonna go to this mask since it's, well, we already have a weapon damage boost on that one. That one. How do I unequip? I don't think I can, but okay. This one notice this has no weapon damage. I'm gonna switch to the Catharsis. We're gonna go back. Now look at the damage on that gun. It's right there on the side under primary weapon damage, 487. So you can see just with one gear piece change what that's done. We're going to go back to the Walker Harris. And so all of those little bonuses make a huge difference in what you're doing in your gameplay. The next piece I have is a Grupo Samba. This is going to be what I'm going to replace that with. But the reason I haven't is look at the weapon damage under the core. We're going to go into that other side again. Just to try, this is where I'm trying to do better than the other videos. We're going to go down the right-hand side. We're going to drop down to about center. I'm pointing at absolutely nothing because I'm an idiot. Under core attribute, we're looking at weapon damage. So that's at 11.3. If I put the chain killer on, I'm going to be at 8.2. I don't want to take that much for percentage loss. I know some people say it's not that much. I don't want to take that. Additionally, weapon handling is another stat that's 7.5 there. And if you look here, this one has it at 5. So I need to at least get those two stats boosted. The weapon damage and the weapon handling up. I want that armor regen. That's the other stat I'm after. And so at this point, I'm not swapping over. With the Grupo Samba, the reason I'm not keeping that is for what I'm doing, for the build that I want, for the stats that I want, those group sets, the critical hit damage, explosive damage, headshot damage, they don't benefit me at all. Not for what I want to do. I know other players would argue that, oh, you absolutely need those depending on what you're doing. I don't want those. I don't care. I have no interest in those whatsoever. So then we're going to look at the holster here, and it's a Douglas and Harding. Now, Douglas and Harding is one of those sets that I may work in. I don't know. At this point, with this particular holster, I want it. But if you'll notice, the brand set doesn't give me much of what I want. There's accuracy and stability bonuses. Those are great, so I may take it for those. I'm more after the armor regen. You'll notice this one has a higher amount there. It can go up farther, and it's got an armor bonus plus weapon damage and weapon handling. And then we have Grupo Sombra again on there, but notice the Walker and Harris knee pads. So I'm going to keep boosting what I have. This one has critical hit damage, weapon handling, and weapon damage. As far as I can tell, somebody can correct me on this, and from what I've read, critical hit damage is when you crit, but it also affects the bag hits, the weak point hits you get. The first portion is absolutely correct on that. I know without a doubt it's the critical hits you get that do the like peak damage. The other portion I can't verify because a lot of sources say one or the other is that the critical hit damage also affects when you get weak point hits. So that's something I need to find out with as well. In my experience, the higher that's been, the more of those weak point hits I've got, which would make sense. If there's not a peak damage, or there is and it's coupled with that, that would explain why you can pop a bag really easily or a tank on a guy with no problem if you got that way up. So, and then we're going to go over to the gloves here. Overload Armaments is one that I really like, that I may end up keeping, and I've thought about that because this one does have stats that I like. Now I want armor boosts because I tank damage. I want to tank damage, but at the same time, if I can't do that, I'd rather be a glass cannon. Now, I tried part of a glass cannon build, and I was getting too much damage. So with this, if I leave this on, even if I don't have another gear set on, I can run this one and look at that weapon damage boost, 15%. Look at the handling. It's already maxed at 8. And then critical hit chance. So that could be very useful. And it's already got a 10% rifle damage boost to it. Now, the only downside to this is that if you look where you see that wrench and that screwdriver by weapon handling, that means I recalibrated that once for a stat I didn't like. You can only recalibrate one stat per piece of gear, which will be a nice segue into the next thing. So we're going to go over to the recal table real quick. I'm going to try to cap this at about, the 30-minute mark here. So let's go to Recalibration Library. So the guns that you pick up randomly as loot, you want to be saving those for here, not purple. Purple is garbage. Break it down for components or sell it. Those won't matter as much because they're not going to... The table, I think, has a requirement for at least gold. So make sure that if you're not going to be using it elsewhere, you mark it as trash in your inventory, and we'll probably end up doing a run of that, and I'll show you guys that. And then make sure you look in here to see if there's an arrow pointing up. There'll be a small green arrow letting you can donate it here. Pardon me. The reason you need to stock up your Recal library, and this is past level 30, you can switch it to levels 0 through 30. That's pointless. You shouldn't be working on a build until you're at least level 30. Or 31, sorry, until you're 31. Don't even bother. And really, you want to be done with the entire story and everything else before you start working on a build. You can make it through the main game and the story content without much of anything. Backpack Simulator. Phaser says Backpack Simulator. How you doing, Phaser? The reason these are so important, we'll just take rifles, for example, is you have three sets in here. You have talents. These are the specials on a weapon. And I'm not going to go over what all those are, but each weapon has a special talent that's randomized. You have your attributes. As you can see here, what it has: damage to armor, critical hit chance, etc. These are under the regular attributes that we looked at, and then there's the core attributes. There's generally only 2 per gun. Some I think have others. I can't remember at this point, but the core attributes. So you want to turn in your guns. Good, real cute. I really need to consider putting the chat roll on. Phaser says, all good here, and your beard's looking good, real cute. Well, thanks, man. Well, the light really brings out the gray, when I have it in this whitish bluish splash here. So you want as many of these populated as possible so you have them for use. Because as you'll note, it also affects like the masks and stuff too. And these have less because they don't have a talent, they just have attributes. And then those are going to come into play here under your recalibration station, where you actually recalibrate a weapon. So for example, Baker's Dozen, you can see I am eligible to recalibrate something here, which is the rifle damage. And it tells me no replacements found at this point. I don't think there's another one for that on this one because I have all for this. And these are grayed out. That's right. These are grayed out, so I've already changed that. So I can only change that status. You can only change one of any of these on here. That's it. Once you've done it, that's it. So if you mess it up, you've ruined your gun. And that's any piece. So for example, the mask I'm currently wearing, notice I've already done weapon handling. I can switch this at any point as long as I have the resources, which are down there at the bottom, credits. I think the other one is polycarbonate and electronics. I can switch it to any of these. And these are maxed because they're maxed in my recal library. Phaser says, almost looks like Jack's Coty. Yeah, I know, man. I need to find out if I'm like some kind of offspring or something. I think something weird happened in there. But because these are maxed in my recal library, they're maxed out here, which means if I swap one at this point, it will swap it at the max level, which is nice. You don't have to worry about, doing that out. It's done already. And here's one of those teal items I was talking about. And if you look in the grayed out portion, it tells you if you have 2 pieces, you get those bonuses, 3 pieces, and then 4 pieces gives you Apex Predator, which is a lot. So some people do builds off those because they can be a huge, huge buff. In the first division, if you were to equip a teal set, there was one that would give you such a high level of fire nullification that you actually gained health from being on fire. As far as I know, that hasn't been patched out. I want to go back to the first division and find out if that's the case. So that's where the recal library comes in. If you've maxed out your recalibration library, you don't want to just sell or scrap the guns and gear that you have. You want to make sure to mark them all as junk and go to, I think it's expertise, and then you want to select the donate all as junk. You're going to build your library up in here very quickly. For each piece that you donate, you get a little bit of experience into this rank progress for that particular gun. And then for each little bit you get in the rank progression on these, it boosts that expertise level. Very important here. You can only optimize, we're going to hop back over, optimize your weapons. Take the 1886. You can only optimize these. Or I'm sorry, explain on. You can only raise the expertise level on these weapons once you become proficient. You only become proficient once. Proficiency is what happens when you fill that orange bar up all the way there, the rank progress. Okay? Then you become proficient in it. Once you're proficient, you can come up here and you see how it says upgrade on the side there. You'll need, in this one I need the crafting materials. You can only bring it up to the grade level that matches the expertise level. So right now I'm expertise level 4. I need a lot more, obviously. I can't boost my upgrade level past grade level 4 because the expertise isn't there. So that's what you've got to work at. And that's where it's important. Optimization, on the other hand, and this is the harder one. This is the game's grind. Give me a second here. Phaser says, I wish they had an underground DLC on here like the first division. Yeah. Summit does not do even close to what Underground was. Underground was awesome. So, as you can hear my dog up there. So optimization is the game's grind. For example, I'm using the Baker's Dozen. I love this gun. It's awesome. I have my rifle damage at max. And as you can see here, now I've got critical hit damage I want to max out. I'm going to stick with this gun. Even though it doesn't have all the stats I want, I'm going to stick with it. So in order to keep increasing this level, at the bottom it shows you what you need. And I have most of the resources, but I need more of the shade calibration bundle. That's the item that is the hardest to come by. Real quickly, to get those, you can do control points on level 4, I think, to get 1 shade calibration bundle, and you can craft them. Those are the only 2 ways I know. Some high level enemies may drop them, but I haven't seen many of those happen. Not in bounties or anything. Not often. And that's where you max your weapons out. For example, shotguns. The Scorpio is a favorite of mine. I've liked it. I don't care if everybody hates it. You can see I've got shotgun damage boosted to the max. Damage to armor is now at 12%. That's why this gun shreds in PvE. And I'm working on getting the critical hit damage up. Septic shock, you can't optimize that because it's a stat you can't optimize. So backing out of here, now that you know that you need resources for the grind, let's go look at the crafting bench. We want optimization at the bottom. I think it used to be just called resources, and I think they renamed it. I don't recall, but there's the shade calibration bundle. Field recon, I don't really need too much more of those. I don't use them too often. I keep a stash of them, but you're going to burn through shade calibration bundles extremely fast. For each one of these that you build, you get 5. You're going to need a minimum of 10 for most stuff that you're going to mess with. So you can see it's going to take a while. Titanium, you need 500 of that. You need 500 carbon fiber and 500 electronics. Here's where it gets fun. Not one faction drops all of these. It's different factions. And I have it on a list someplace. I forget now who drops what. That's something to keep on a note by you, which I don't have me right here. But as you fight around the map in DC, you will find those factions. You will kill them. Bounties are a great way to get these. The random daily lockboxes by faction. That's a great way to find those. We're going to do a couple of those. And once you have them, craft them, and then make them there. These right here, you will come out pretty randomly. As you can see, I've got a pretty good amount of some of these. I'm in the 300s. Now, they just raised the cap on these not too long ago. It used to be, I think, 500, and that's not enough. And then Shade Calibration Bundle, I think, was lower. But now they raised it to 1,000, so you have plenty. And then these weaves, generally, unless you have to have them right for a build, don't waste your time trying to craft these. Like you can see, I've got plenty of resources banked for these. You're going to get these breaking down guns. You should still be breaking down guns. That's one of those things where you have to decide whether you need to or not. If it's not going to go into optimization, if you've already done a recal library and you've already got optimization done, you do not need to worry about selling those necessarily. Break them down and get the weaves. Get all these. Stack them up. You'll have tons of them. And then these, the assessment bundles. These you generally won't need either. If you complete a bounty, you're going to get a couple of these. If you complete a mission, you're going to get some of this. If you complete control point, I think you get some of these. Named enemies in the street, you're going to come across these. So don't waste your time crafting these unless you absolutely need them. And while I'm down here, one of these has printer filament. Printer filament you can get easily by breaking down your mods. I encourage you to break down all the mods that you can, unless it's something that's a higher level you already have. Mods aren't as plentiful as they used to be. You can get them pretty quickly, though, and I just break them down at this point. They don't turn into they don't go into the workbench here. I haven't seen any in the optimization or the expertise. I don't think you can even turn those in. Yeah, you have gear sets. This list is fairly long. As you can see here, there's a lot to fill in here. There's a lot to be done. So yeah, you have your... It's not so much your mods, it's the items. The other thing to use printer filament for, and this is an important one that I wish I had known early on. Pick a gun that you like, that you're still working on. Let's say it's not moving fast enough. So you're going to hit research on that gun, the 1886, and then you can hit left trigger, and it says donation materials. Don't spend any of these. But if you're getting full on printer filaments, like I'm going to use it here, you can use 30. It's the cheapest by far. Notice it's 30. Everything else is 150, 200, 400. And since you do come across mods fast enough that you can break them down enough to get a bunch, you can quickly rank your stuff up. So that's an alternative method to boost your expertise levels really fast. And that went from 171 to 172. So already we got one little point in there. So, and that's what we're going to focus those on. So that's a quick overview of that. I want to do an expanded video on it. This is going to be the crash course. So you probably see this on YouTube. I'll name it something more accessible than Build Work in DC. We're going to go over to seasons real quick. I want to work on this. I hate polarity switch. We're not running it, but we are going to run this here. The reason we want to do this is to get that backpack hanger right there. Now, I do the other global events for these chests because mainly you get optimization caches at certain levels and the stars. You can spend the stars, as it tells you there, at the global event vendor. I think it tells you there. What do we claim to the event? It doesn't say it there, but those stars that you earn, you'll keep earning a bunch. You can turn them into the global event vendor. I'll go run out to him and show him too, because I didn't know about him for the longest time. Again, none of this was accessible to me. I did searching, could not find a lot of this information where I felt it should be. So, but crafting weapons cache, those materials are important to carry on to. They're not necessarily just for that. They're also for building the shade stuff. Season cache, that's good to break stuff down. Named items, named guns, breaking those down can use a lot of resources. You see there's 2 optimization caches here. There is a backpack hanger, but I hate polarity switch. It's just an annoying mode. I don't care for it. I know some people like it. I don't. There it is there. Use your stars to buy more caches at the season vendor at the base of operations or haven. I'll be tracking that activity in a minute. We're going to run back outside. This is where you're going to find the event vendor. If I start that event by default, you get 1 star, but it's not enough to do much with. This guy's arm is freaking out. Look at that. Somebody's already using it here. So if we look in here, here's where you can spend those stars, and it tells you what's in that cache. As you can see, there's a lot of resources. And it tells you, what you're going to go up to. So in this case, I try to spend all of my stuff here. See, there's those assessments. Weapon alloy, gear weave, those. Legacy season caches, not so good. And the exotic caches, I'll get those occasionally if I have extra stars. It's the most expensive cache out of there, so it's rare that it happens. And because I'm missing some of the exotic guns still, and you have a chance to get those out of there. Named item cache, again, I feel it's a waste. Gear crafting cache and the optimization cache is what I mainly grab out of there. Recal, I guess, too. So those 3, gear, recal, and optimization. Those are the most important that you're going to want out of those. Just because they're going to provide you the materials you want. So like when me and Ice run the other events coming up, what is this one? Shade Exposed. We've run that one. That's where I'll get those. Leagues don't give you those. Global Hollywood event is by far me and Ice's favorite. It's awesome. We've ran that before. I have videos up from earlier seasons. And then Golden Bullet. Golden Bullet can be fun. It's not bad at all. So let's go ahead and get into the Trig League. I'm going to do a track all activities. We are not going to be doing the... We'll do Manning National, but we're not going to get the best time. I am not good enough to do it in 18 minutes. It's just not going to happen. But we can get some badges off there. And as you can see in here, you need to get those badges to do the unlocks. I've done these before, plenty of time, without having all of it done. There's, DARPA Labs. If we can finish it in 23 minutes, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Mainly I focus on Hyenas Elites Eliminated because you're getting different little badges in there and they're easy enough to do. Now, that's a lot. 250 is a lot, but it's not impossible. We have 6 days. I'm a little shorter on time than I want. Again, these timed ones, Hostiles Disrupted. That one might be a little bit harder. Apply the disrupt status effect to hostiles. That might be a little more difficult in this one, but we'll figure it out. So it looks like they've beefed up on these. And you can only get so many of these in here. So if you do it in 18 minutes, you'll get all of those ribbons. If you do it in 22 minutes, you're going to get from the 1 hour down is what you're going to get in those. So there's definitely some stuff to be earned. These aren't exceptionally difficult to do. They're on hard. Pentagon's going to be difficult because it's on challenging. I find that mission to be more difficult. But we're going to deal with, we're tracking all these. We're going to deal with the Elite Hyenas. And I'm on normal. We're going to change the world tier because we don't care if we die or not. We just need the kills and the experience and the gear we're going to pick up. So let's go ahead and we're going to change the global settings, which is left on the, or right on the D-pad. You should be playing this on at least challenging, if possible. At a minimum, you should be on hard. Unless you're trying to get something done that's time limited, you should be on challenging. Heroic, if you can. I do that, I can, but not for what we're going to do here. And then global directive, I'm not running any. That gives you an XP boost, but I'm not going to run any of that on there. So we're not going to get the XP boost except for the normal that you get from going to normal to challenging. We're going to confirm that. If you're in a group, this will reload everything on the countdown. So we've got 6 seconds till it moves over there. My hair is wild. Oh, well. You guys aren't here for the hair, are you? You're here for the stream. All right. So what I'm going to do for this one is I hit the wrong button. We're going to go to bounties, and I'm going to look for elite hyenas. And we will kick some other stuff around too, but I don't think we're going to find any up here. Strike Team Kilo. Nope, we need to be down here maybe? I think there's some in here. I don't know. I know this is mainly Black Tusk. I wish it was Black Tusk. We'd have plenty of them. Let's go over to this side. Nope, Black Tusk again. It's just a solo guy doing his own thing. Maybe down here. November, Task Force Alpha. Generally, you're going to look for, like, South Lawn bitches and stuff. Those are the names they have, I think, for those. Wow, we're going to be limited on these. So we're going to have to run missions, probably. Adams Company. Black Tusk has just got everything tonight. Harrison's Corpse. Wow. Core. Yeah, see, so Bitch Congress. So these are going to be hyenas. Usually they have a name like that. South Lawn Bitches and all that's the names they have. Sometimes they have normal names, but those are the ones I generally see. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to get to this safe house, the 1040. And we're going to go get some of those kills with those. What we're going to do. A lot more of the named hyenas should show up in there. And then missions, of course. We're going to have to run some missions because there's not going to be enough bounties. I think we're going to find maybe one other bounty after this. So that'll be it. So let's get into some actual play. If you've watched my videos before, you'll notice I've got a few more notches on the armor bar there. We did upgrade some of our gear before off stream, so I'm almost ready to a level. Grab that. Also, playing on challenging too, you're just going to get a lot more of those levels for your season done. If you're playing on normal, it's going to take you a lot longer. You're going to get about a level per mission on challenging. I haven't run heroic enough to know what the gain is on that, but there's definitely a reason to be doing more difficult. We are going to pop these guys. We have enough time on that bounty. And these guys are already given a... I don't know if that counts as disrupt. We're going to find out. Oh, God. There we go. Use that shotgun. And they shred on these. You're going to get shredded. So have a healing bot out of some sort to kind of keep yourself level or you will get destroyed. Where's this other guy at? It's, we call those trash ninjas. They come out of the sewers. Oh, I just alerted something else. A lot of red shirts for this area. Me and Ice and everybody else I've played with, we lovingly refer to these guys as red shirts because they're just kind of like fodder, you know? They don't... Oh, we gotta move. Ooh. So they're not shooting at me. What are they shooting at? So he's an elite, but he's not a hyena. He's a true son. Now, in the street, you're gonna find more. You're gonna find more things to fight because there's just a lot more going on in the world than there is in the missions. But the missions are gonna have those higher concentrations of elites and whatnot per section generally, and they're gonna pay out more experience because you're gonna see less red shirts, more purple guys, more of the gold enemies, more of those elites. Now I'm gonna try to get around some of this because I don't want to fight everything in the street here. If there's going to be true sons mixed in, it's not worth it to do at all because I'm not going to be able to get past much. So, and those guys, they'll be providing distraction for it. Oh, I hate this bounty. So this bounty is not fun because the way it brings you into the final stage, there's a bunch of elites at the end, which I'm grateful for. Unfortunately, it's the way you have to get there, and you'll see what I mean in a minute here. So here we are here. Pardon me. We've already got some cross-faction fighting going on in the street. We're going to use that to our advantage. I'm going to come back here. I don't know if I can get the disrupt on. I might have to use a skill for that, I think. Oh. Okay. This in general is a very... Oh, shit. Very difficult. I kind of need them alive to fight that guy that's coming around. So we're going to see if we can get him to knock them out. Yeah, because they'll fight with each other. That one's already almost dead, but... If the one's focused on me... I'm going to use pistol because my pistol does really well on armor for some reason. I can't pinpoint the stat or why. But it has done really good on armor. Did he kill that guy? I think he killed him. Not doing so well right now, but I can't see the armor gauge anyway, so... There we go, pop. Yeah, pistol did, I think, pretty good on that because it popped what he had there. I think he killed the other guy. And... he's done. Alright, I'm going to go be stupid, rush up and grab that stuff. I am going to pull out the shotty just in case. Ow, that hurts. I'd like to just get into the bounty and be done with everything else. But that door won't open until all of them are dead, so... Well, it looks like we're good, though. The only tricky part here is they will come in here. So I have to be careful. We will be near a faction box, so I'll show that too for those that aren't sure what I was talking about. Faction boxes, there's a few scattered in the open world you can just grab with a key, and you've probably already got a bunch of keys that you've grabbed along the way. You get keys from killing elites, named elites. Let's go and restock there. And the faction boxes, the hyenas ones are small. True Suns look like ice chests. And Black Tusks is about the same size. All right, so I'm gonna creep in here. Okay, so you can see we've already got some hyenas in here. And you can see why I love the Baker's Dozen. It just does a good amount of damage. It's another one down. There's an elite right there. That's what we're after, is the elite kills. That's why we keep the shotgun at the ready. Because if somebody runs on us, we want to make sure that we've got the ability to stop in the tracks. And the Scorpio just has fantastic stopping power. Leveled or not, it's just a really good gun to have. I want to pair that with a nice shotgun boost. It's another elite down. So already at the 2 of the 15. Granted, that's going to be a grind to get those. We may not actually get this because of the time constraint involved. But as you can see, here's another... Oh, shit. Here's another elite. I'll pop that healing drone out again. Get out of the fire here. I'm just missing every shot. There we go. That one's down. I don't know where the other one went. And I think these are... If you're on a team, I think your stuff's shared. So if somebody else gets an elite kill, you're going to get the credit for it. Okay, we're going to put ourselves out in the open to bait the enemy here. Yeah, we've got no disrupts yet. I tend to play kind of fast and loose, so I always have the pineapple out. Yeah, waitress for sure. Phaser says waitress. Yeah, the waitress and the pineapple's the combo I use. They're kind of a must-have. Grab that. We're going to use that later. And a level up. Yay! All right. 1 shade point. Yeah, your watch. That's a whole nother thing too. Is the watch. That's the end game grind is the watch. All right. So we should see. Yeah, we got a few more in here. Ooh, he dropped something tasty. I want it. Let's knock him out. We're just going to back up right there. Oh, hey, buddy. Somebody balls. I'll take them knees, too. Yep. So we got 1 left. And Baker, you could put a scope on the Baker's dozen. That is something that's possible. There's an attachment for it. I don't like the scopes in here. It's too shaky for me. I can't seem to land really good shots. So we're gonna head now. Here's the portion of this bounty that me and Ice both hate. Phaser's a waitress and dragon kind of guy. Yeah, those pair up with you really well, man. You do just dirty work with those. I am going to grab this in here. I don't necessarily need it, but we are going to grab it. I mean, I kind of need everything for either cash in-game or recalibration, optimization, etc. So that was a purple drop out of the box. When I say you're going to see less purple drops in challenging, it's going to be from the enemy kills. This right here is why I hate this. So we're going to pull out... the flamethrower. The reason I hate this is as soon as you get up here, just right here, they're just right there automatically. This one played out a hell of a lot better than past ones for sure, because before I've done these, so we're going to run up and do something stupid here. We're just going to flame everybody. And I mean everybody. And you can see I'm getting shredded already. So I'm going to try to heal up real fast. Oh, God. And that's why we have the pineapple. This is why I hate this stage, though, because there's just not a lot of places to get to. And you're going to get shredded right away. So it makes it exceptionally difficult to get through this. With another person, it's not so bad. But on your own, without a good build, especially like with me needing more armor, this is where you just get torn up a lot. So I can see somebody's shadow there. So I'm going to try to get to the specialization. Again, we have 10 shots on that. Let's try to use it. Yeah, she's just waiting. So there we go. So if you don't know, too, the Scorpio shotgun, what that's going to do for you is it has a chance for electric damage. For shot. Oh, shit. Shock damage. Oh, God. No. It's got a chance for shock damage. Has a opportunity to do poison damage on each shot, which will, of course, drain your targets down. Shit. We don't have enough armor. Oof. And to answer any questions that somebody may have is why can't I just go back downstairs and wait the enemy out? That's because that will not work. What's this? Who left this here? Does this count as an elite? We're going to find out. It does not. Okay. Yeah, you can't... Jeez. And we've got Big Boy running around. So we're going to round around this side real fast. Asher's down. Thank God for that. That shock is saving me a lot. I don't know if you guys can see it well, but it's stunning him, and then it's keeping him from really just destroying me. His armor is just insane. There we go. I wish that would count as disrupt. There we go. So, and again, we're on challenging, not normal, so that does add a bit of a problem there. Phaser just likes lighting people on fire. It is fun. I mean, I've enjoyed the flamethrower I'm running. All right, so how far are we in? Okay. Well, we're almost to our first hour, so I want to try to pick things up a bit. We're going to go back to projects. I probably should pay attention to some of these too. Do I have the weekly shade? I do. And there's another place where you use components. You know, protective fabric. I'm going to need some of that up. Steel. Yeah, so we need a few more. These are gonna, when we break down guns, those are gonna come in handy. I do those because it gives me a couple of caches and a little bit of XP. So, we're gonna go to this safe house here real quick. And so the next step, that's a bounty. I didn't pay attention to the rewards we got, but I can tell you get a little bit of crafting materials, and you get some of that faction specific material. Hyenas, I think, is electronics. I think is what theirs is. I cannot recall. I'm not going to look it up right now, but you get a little bit of that is what you get. And I already went past the thing there. I really wish they had, maybe they do and I don't know, but I wish they had a replay of what you collected from the last section. Me and Ice there will be more division plays because me and Ice are going to be running the manhunt, and I probably will stream those. I think I've streamed every manhunt thus far. I've still got those videos. I need to edit some down and get them out there for you guys so you can see those. But I also need to do Summit to get the hunters, because that's the only place I know to find hunters. So we're going to look back at the map here. We're going to see what the faction is on here. So Hyenas, drops materials. There you go. So it's, I think it's steel and electronics. So we're going to run the Jefferson Trade Center. Before I get there, I'm going to change the mission settings. We're going to do it on challenging, and we're not going to do any directives. I don't want to make this more difficult than it needs to be. Now I'm going to fast travel there, and we're going to go run that. There should be more elites in there that I can kill, so that'll start getting us some of those ribbons. Again, I don't know that we're going to complete that. 6 days might be a little short to get any of that done. You know, the more I look at this, I'm thinking I should just get a mohawk. What do you think, Phaser? Should I just get a mohawk? All right, here we go, guys. There we go. And I go back to safe houses to get the restock and to get my med kits top back up is why I go back. This should be a little bit better than the bounty we did. And there's an elite, so we're going to start knocking them out. And there you go. Boom, 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 boom. And this damage can potentially get better on this rifle as well. Just because we haven't got some of the other weapon stats boosted in general. So if you're going to get up close, make sure to have a shotgun so you can face tank them like that right there. Because yes, they may get a shot in. But if you're able to knock them out. Oh, shit. Oh, more than 5 seconds. Please, nobody count. It would be really embarrassing. It's just, for me, that's become the go-to is the Scorpio. Dante'd hawk me. I forgot I have the word filtering set up. So anytime anybody mentions Dante or effing Dante Savage, it pops out and shouts the channel. I did like that. I wish I could have added audio to it. I was going to add the Pokemon Game Boy when you're in a battle. All right. And Ice would be getting on to me. Break down your stuff before you enter a new area. Just a little tip there. Break it down before you get in there so you have it ready for the next go. That's going to hurt when it hits. If it hits, there we go, knocked it out. Purple guys aren't so bad. They're a little beefier in terms of armor than the red shirts, but I don't think it's enough of a gap to matter. So that's all of them. This is supposed to be challenging, right? So, yeah, we are. Here they come. I try to take out the runners fast because they'll just beat the crap out of you. And I don't want to deal with that. God, that guy's gun. He done. Try to mail slot him. Ice is much better at the mail slotting than I am for them. I usually just pop the shield. Or legs. Go for legs. Those are good. Right for the knee. What's that old Roadhouse line from Sam Elliott? You break a man's knee, he'll drop like a rock. Or is that Patrick Swayze who said that in there? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. All right, we're going to move up. That'll draw them out. Generally, it draws them out. Let's just stand up. Hey, I'm over here. Yeah. I am surprised by how thin this stage is right now. That area has been way, way busier before with enemies. I really need to read the latest patch notes to see what they did. Division games, especially Division 2, it's one of those games where they love to screw with difficulty, damage, and enemy amount in areas a lot. I can't tell you the number of times I've read patch notes and they're like, we nerfed amount of enemies that start here, increase there, decrease weapon damage here. It really is just ridiculous. Ooh. And the other reason I want to boost that armor regen is, if you can see, I am regenning armor slowly, both on kill and just passively. But I want that to be boosted more. I want it to be doing a lot more than it is. Come on. All right, we're going to go talk to this guy right up close and personal because they're going to pinch me if I don't. There's some teal. I don't use these sets. Again, I don't. All right, so he's got a little bit heavier of a gun. I don't want to get too close to him. If he was the guy that had a grenade launcher, I would be for sure getting in his face because you can dance with them. I've got a video up on YouTube called Tango with a Tank that shows you how with some of these beefier guys, you can dance with them because the AI tries to hit you. They try to actually bash you with their gun. So it makes it a little bit easier to deal damage to them if they're focused on trying to hit you and you can just dance around them. So, all right, we're going to give this the few seconds here so I can take a drink because I am very dry tonight. So we can go ahead and let that count. I go so I have my health when I need it. And that's how Ice prefers it, and he is really good at tactically figuring out the best way to set things up. He really plans it out and thinks it out. There we go. That's what I want right there. There we go. And again, I think that part of the critical hit chance is when you hit the bags. I think that has something to do with it. Oh, God. I got blinded. Headshot. I need that classic just headshot in here so I can put it in. I want to do playthroughs possibly off stream and add sound effects in. I don't know if you pronounce the guy's channel name as Newbie or just Noob, but he does Dead by Daylight and he does a lot of post-production on his videos and adds in sound effects. He got DMCA hit hard on YouTube because of how much music he used and stuff, but the man had just top quality videos for being toxic and Dead by Daylight. That's one game where I feel it's no man's land as far as what's allowed and not for toxicity. Oh, shit. And again, that's why we have the shotty out. I didn't see them there. It's alright. Yeah, I forgot about the... Is there a laptop? No, it's not a laptop. I just worked too far ahead. This hasn't been too bad yet. I'm really surprised. Because we've lost armor a couple of times. You can see I'm very much still very glassy. And that's part of the stats that we're working on. I'm hoping I can get enough materials here that I can boost something. Just to give a good example of what boosting either optimization or an optimization level or boosting something else does. But also, I think each stage has at least one faction box that you can get. So that's the other incentive to doing these types of stages. Let's get some more kills in, and I'm going to try to pay attention to what we get from those kills. So here we're going to kill them. They didn't drop anything. See a bag. Oh. So there we go. Stage 1 completed, it looks like. Nope, we're still on stage 1. So I'm not going to reload. We're going to switch over real quick. We're going to pop this guy right in the face. And he's poisoned, so he may just die. There we go. So they didn't drop any materials, but they did drop some stuff I could use later on. And I'll show you guys how that comes in handy. Give me 1 second here. I got to check a message. We're at a safe-ish spot, so if there's ever an opportune time, it's now. Let's see. Okay. Just make sure it's nothing important, just with everything going on. Our schedules are very different right now for what we got going on here, so. Me and Jillian, that is, our schedules are different at this point. She's gone back to school for stuff, and I'm doing the resell life during the daytime, streaming some nights of the week during the nighttime, and so just have to make sure that our child isn't in any danger. Which I will say, I wish Dante was here for this. Maybe he isn't. I just didn't see him pop back. I know he's having trouble because the ads. It seems like they're more trouble when they're teenagers than when they're younger. I don't know entirely yet. It's a work in progress. There we go. Let's grab that. All right. Very dark in here. So this next section is going to possibly be problematic. I say that because it gets pretty crowded. This shouldn't be a purple. Yeah, so that's a pretty good drop. So that's what challenging is going to get you, is better drops there than the purple you'd normally get. Because even on hard, you're still going to get a lot of purple drops. They're useless. Purple stuff is just useless. All right, let's make sure everything's reloaded. Perfect. Yeah, the parking garage is by far one of the more difficult areas, and there's a faction box in the parking lot, so we're gonna hang way far back. This also is gonna be plenty of time to hit cars. There's a sniper, as I just got sniped in the face. That was not the sniper. I think the sniper is the gold one that I can't see, so we're going to try to loop around the car here. Yep, there's the sniper. As long as I keep getting shots on her, it's going to stop her from shooting me, so we're going to keep really trying to get what we can in. I have something on here. I don't know if it's called Perfect Breadbasket or not. I forget what it is. Basically, each shot that I miss while in cover, it returns to me. So that's why my ammo doesn't go down. I recommend that for snipey weapons and rifles like this. That way you will never run out of ammo. It won't happen. Not from missed shots anyway. So if you're like me and you miss a lot like this, you can just spray and pray, and you're going to get those shots back. So we've only used one bullet. Obviously, if you make a shot, you're not going to get that bullet back, but who cares if you're, you know, if you're killing them. She's done. All right, more should start popping out here in a minute. We're going to wait right here just a second. Let that cooldown complete on there. 1, 0. All right. Okay, and then we're going to pull back. I don't want to be that far up. We're going to play it really careful here. We're essentially doing like a sniping type play without sniping, without the scope. And yeah, we got a heavy. Yep. See, I'm doing like 110,000 K per shot on the pistol for armor damage. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to try to take that tank. Also, being further back, we're going to take a lot less damage because of the range. And this gun does great, too, the further they are away. I've enjoyed the Baker's Dozen. It was one of the first named weapons I got and started using it and have been happy with it ever since. It has just done a great job of keeping me alive and getting the enemies dead pretty quickly, as you can see. And again, I don't even have this thing maxed out to its full potential. I'd like to find another one that has maybe better stats even, because if I could find one that's got bonus to armor damage, oh, I'd be a monster at this. It'd be ridiculous. Okay, we're going to move up just a little. I mean, it's chunking the armor down pretty good on that guy. And we're getting headshots in there too, so there we go. So I'm going to move up again, and we will pull back immediately if more pops in. Yep. So we got that door. So we're going to run way, way back. I'm pulling the shotty out already. We're going to hide right here by the car because that funnels him in. And he's done. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just like butter. Like butter. Yeah, now, if Phaser was here, he would just be melting everything. He'd have a dragon out right in that center spot. They'd be done. All right. And again, with these builds that you can put together, imagine you're on a team now. You can play to your strengths while supporting your team and just do amazing things. Me and Ice, you know, we've done some really good playthroughs, and we'll have those on here. You know, he was looking back at other streams, just what I've got up in YouTube is saying he felt that we've just become so much more at this. And it's just we've got everything down pat. He knows where everything's going to move. Okay, we're going to pull out the shotty for this. All right. I think that's everything for this area, but we're going to check for some goods because there's some chests around here, I think. Or boxes, one of the two. I may be wrong. It's been a while since I've ran this mission. Me and Ice stopped running missions for a while to try to get levels into the watch and into the season. Because missions, you know, they're going to take you 30 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, depending. And even if you're speedrunning in 18 minutes, what can you do in the overworld event-wise compared to what you can do in a mission, you know? So there we go. So already we got something for printer filament there. That's what that mod was. It was for the pulse. I don't know if I have a thing that will let me disrupt. I want to say there was a disruptor drone. I want to keep the pineapple on. We could probably do without the waitress, but I got to have the pineapple on, and I want to get those disrupts in, but I may have to do that in the overworld. Yeah, we'll play with that later. We'll break it down for now, but... And then those are the other drops there. So carbon fiber and polycarbonate. It wasn't steel, it was polycarbonate that you get, which I do need. I need a lot of that. There should be special ammo here. Yep, we're going to put it in this gun. What do we get? What do we get? Explosive rounds. Ooh, it's going to be dirty. Perfect. This is another area besides the car park that I don't like too much. The next couple areas are a little difficult. They get really close to pinching you. All right, so we're going to hide right here. And again, if she gets too close, I will pop out the shotgun. I'll start hitting her with that because it will stop her. We're going to stay pulled way far back. I don't want to get too far forward. I want to make sure there's enough room that I can maneuver if I need to. The tub is right in my way. We're still doing damage. It's just I can't see. There we go. That's better. All right, we're going to move just enough to hopefully get some activity in the room. There we go. Another little meth lab set up there we just destroyed. We're going to save that one. I think once I get to about halfway, they'll start pouring out. Yep. So again, we're going to pull back. I don't want to be too far forward. We're going to take the corner. I can't see that lab, so it's going to be useless to us, but that's okay. Useless to us for now. All right. All right, we're going to pull forward to this table. That's the other reason to get rid of those labs, too, is I don't want to be taking cover in an area they can just blow up and kill me at. Now, with those guys with the grenades, generally in rooms like this, they're pointless, in my opinion, because they're going to hit the ceiling. It doesn't bounce. It ends up detonating on the ceiling in most cases, so they're kind of useless. I got to go to the side. We're going to get nice and close to that, and boom. Did nothing. And he's done. I think that's another car. Yep. I like how it's marking it for damage, but there's nothing. So we're going to bait the AI. We're going to sacrifice some health here for taking them down. Is what we're going to do. And there's some stuff on the floor. Let's go ahead and reload our specialization if it isn't. It is. And yeah, they're not dropping very much. I am surprised. Usually the drops are a little bit better for the random stuff, not the guns. The guns I don't care about. I don't care how many of those they drop. Do we need food? We did. I'm not going to go around and grab the other, though. We're just going to progress on through. Keep just moving along. Stock up here. Yeah, there's.
Agent vital signs 0.
He didn't have to die here.
Need to stop him before he. Oh, never mind. He already built it. All right, he's dead. Again, we're going to play it safe by hanging way, way back. I don't want to get myself pinched. This is the safest spot to be, because even if they start lobbing grenades up here, you can pull back to the side and you'll be relatively safe. It gives you some room to work with. And you can pull back for ammo if you need. Just don't rush it, you know? Right. So those are kind of the key takeaways of getting a build started. Find out where your weak parts are. Are you taking too much damage? Are your weapons not doing enough damage? Do you like to use skills? If you really like to use skills and you want to make a build that boosts your skill damage and your skill refresh and stuff, those are kind of where those are at, you know? You miss every shot. I can't see the mail slot, so it's making it harder to pop him there. There we go. All right, I'm going to bait this last enemy because I don't know where he's at, and I want to make sure that we're going to hit him. Sniper, so we got to be careful. And done. There we go. Nothing on the floor here. Just nothing at all. All right. Let's run through. All right. This one is a little bit harder to stay back on because there are so many enemies, especially out front there. As you can see, she's angled about perfectly that I can't get too many shots. We got a lot of stuff up close here. You actually can too. You can finish the stage quicker by just killing the main. So if you have a team and you're able to get all shots on that baddie and take them down, and then that stops a lot of the subsequent stuff from coming in. It could just be very hard because of what's right in front of me here. Because you got like these guys here that'll just keep shooting you like I'm getting shot. That's a nice angle. I like that. That happens every time too. Once you start getting damage on her, him, I can't remember if it's a her or him. They'll, I think it's a her. They'll start moving down. I need them elite kills though, so I kind of want to milk it for all I can get. I think you get... Oh no, she didn't drop anything. Wow. That sucks. So that should kind of stop some of the progression of enemies coming in just because the leader's dead now. Oh, I'm bringing her back. There's a medic out there. Need that medic to be dead. That's Ice's least favorite is damn medics. All right. We're going to try to knock her down again. Maybe she'll drop something this go. And you do, for enemies that are revived, you still get experience like you've killed them. Doesn't nullify any of that. She's down. She didn't drop anything, though. That's really lame. Oops. Yeah, that medic did some damage. He brought a few of them back. I'm getting more damage when I'm zoomed out than when I'm in. That should be... Yeah, that's it. I got another level up. Oh, good. She did drop some stuff. Let's see what the total end result of the mission is. So, we got a watch level there. Grab these materials. So, 13 electronics. Not the best, but good than random. And... some other miscellaneous stuff there that I didn't read fast enough, but the electronics being kind of the key point that we got some at. How long did it take us to get this done? This took us, where's the timer at? 26 minutes. So in 26 minutes, I probably could have ran 4 or 5 events or random things on the main map if we weren't focused on trying to get elite hyena kills. And that's something, you know, we could have done. While we're waiting here, let's see if we've got a disrupt for that. So we're going back to the White House while we're waiting for that. Oh. These two, the resource convoys, those are another one to hit for stuff because it'll tell you what they carry. So, for example, drops materials, it tells you what they have there. You get 100,000, a little over 100,000 XP and some crafting materials. I love doing those. Unfortunately, we're not really near anything and they're already almost at that control point, so it's going to be pointless to try to knock that out. It's just not going to work. They're going to, by the time I could get to them, they're already going to be back at the control point. Once they make it from point A to point B, they just disappear until they come back out again. Oh, man. Also, look at resetting your control points if you've cleared them all. You know, do a run clearing control points. That will get you some shade calibration bundles, and it'll also get you some resources from doing those and experience, a lot of experience. Challenging or higher running control points at level 4 will get you a lot. It is a really good way to get a lot of stuff. So, all right, we're going to go through and mark a bunch of stuff as junk, and I'll show you us talking about the start of the stream here. So most of these guns I know I don't need unless something sticks out to me like a named gun. I don't really check to see if it's better. I don't care if it's not named. I don't really want it. I carry a lot of guns. I carry at least one of each type and 2 of some of each, just to have the variety in my inventory. Could I clear them out? Absolutely. Should I store them? Maybe. The other reason I don't is that for each gun that you're carrying, you get a little bit of rank progress, or rank XP, if you will, towards that weapon's proficiency. So you should be carrying a lot of these to get proficiency ranks. That's how I got a lot of my early levels pretty quickly. Again, we're going to mark all these too. The Strikers Battle Gear, the Umbra Initiative, we're marking all that as junk. And I do mine one by one. I don't like going in the catch-all in the corner there. I'm worried that I'll miss something, so I don't do the catch-all. I come in here and I do it individually. Depending on how hard you're grinding, also check for your purples too. Depending on how hard you're grinding for this, you may fill up in a few hours. We spent a lot of time talking, and I was being really cautious on a lot of this stuff. But in a few hours, you may end up emptying your inventory 2 or 3 times. There are that many drops and things. So that's what we got. All right. I know there's another. Knee pads. Okay. Yeah, like this. Look at this. Hazard protection, health, and armor. That's got a skill haste. This is a set that Ice should be wearing right here. He should get the skill haste, the skill tier bonus, and the magazine size, and then all the armor bonuses and boost. I think he would enjoy this as part of a gear set. This would definitely boost what he's doing. So, all right, and then we're not going to check any of these yet. We're going to leave those alone for now. Let's come over here. We're going to go to Recal Library. I'm going to check for any arrows that are pointing up. We have none. I wish I had one to show you guys. We're going to come over to Expertise, and then we're going to do the Donate All Junk. That number should climb by at least 1. Let's see what we get. I'm going to predict we're going to get to 175. 178. So that means I've got everything. Otherwise, you have to manually go through and do it. I hate doing it manually. So we got to 178. Optimization we're not going to mess with yet. Now we're going to come in here, and we're going to go over to this set here. And I'm going to mark these as junk. I don't want them. I don't need them. We're just going to mark as many as we can as junk. We got quite a few mods this little run here. Not bad for only running really 2 activities. So we're going to mark those. Some of these are what you get as, I think it's specializations. So they're going to be there. And then we're just going to scrap everything we've got. And it's going to tell us we probably already have duplicate. Nope, we're short on stuff. So as you can see there, it's some protective fabric. That's why I tell you not to grab any of that stuff. There's your polymers specific to the gear set. Holster weave, you polycarbonate ceramics. You get a little bit of everything. And that precious printer filament that we want for leveling stuff up. So do we have 10? I don't upgrade in watch levels until I have at least 10 points to throw into something, unless it's scavenging and then all. And get your watch levels as soon as possible so you can start getting the stuff in the scavenging components, because that's going to be kind of your path to victory on this whole recal session here. Let me see if I can craft any shade calibration bundles. I don't think we can. It'd be nice if we could, but no, we're short the titanium, so we're not going to be able to do it there. What time do we have left? We can probably run one more thing here. I would say either a mission. Let's look for a mission. Let's really finish it up something good. Or Yeah, because a mission's going to be there. Let's check for that disruptor. So we need the pulse. Pulse never air for hostiles. Nope. Electronics. Applies disrupt status effect on a affected target. So we're going to switch to that. We're going to test this out in the street real quick. The cooldown on this one's not too bad, so we're gonna go run around and do that. Let's go pick a heavy area where we got a lot of enemies. I think just right out the front door. We're gonna go knock out some random activities and we'll see if this disrupt works. Because if it does, this will be a quick way to do that since this applies disrupt activity. That guy is still there? Nope. I don't understand what the arm link is. What people have got. I've seen that a couple times, but I don't know what it means. At all. And I don't see it on myself. So. So the Disrupt 2, this pulse is good for any electronics that you want to knock out of the way. You get experience for doing that. So definitely recommend it. There's one mission in New York that you can constantly knock out the enemy's electronics and get bonus XP for. It's like 1 to 3,000 each go per item, but it's pretty good. So if you're looking for that little bonus and you're in the area, I would definitely do that. All right, I'm going to try to get as close as possible. We're going to be stupid on this just to test this theory out. So here we go. Did it work? It did. Okay, so we're going to keep that on. Didn't realize she was an elite. Ooh, get to cover. Perfect. 10 seconds. See if we can milk that for a little bit. Didn't work a second time, though. Did he? Wow, her car went. Well, that's 5. It's cool. Yeah, I'll try to run a mission after this, and we'll see what we can get. Because I like the Disrupt. That one could go very quick, potentially, depending on what we're running. There's another elite. Let's see if we can time this right. What am I stuck on? Oh, we gotta get over this. No, you're not gonna get me. I'm gonna kill you. Ooh. We're eating a noggin. Alright. Be stupid for a second here while I heal up. Okay. So I'm gonna run up to them and try to disrupt them before... Oh, crap. That's why we have the pineapple. So, I could do that a lot cleaner for sure. Blue, how you doing, man? Blue Electron has entered the chat with an emoji that I have no idea what it is. It looks like, is that like a melty piece of cheese? What am I looking at? Okay, we're going to try to disrupt them. Where'd he go? I hear him. I hear him. Oh, shit. Yay! Oh, we got more in. We're not going to take that bounty because we're going to try to do a mission here. Are you thumbsing up to the melty cheese? Is that what we got there? What is this? I don't know what this is. We're going to go handle it. Oh, it's another public execution. Well, we got the charge up. Let's go do it. Seems like such a bad idea. That's the other thing too. Doing these open world activities, you'll burn through hours, not even thinking about it. It's just, jeez. All right, we'll kill him. Whoa! Oh, it's an emote only. No, it's not possible. I had phaser in here a little while ago, unless that's what happened to him. Hold on, I'll fix it here in a second. Thanks for the bits. Hate that you had to spend them to tell me what's going on. Let me get safe real quick and we'll check it. Oh man. I don't have it set to emote only. What is going on? Oh, that's so weird. I'm so sorry, man. Go for it. Type. I don't remember setting it. Well, welcome in, man. Sorry it was all screwy. That really sucks. Oh, God. Oh, we're being too dumb. We're playing too dumb. Man, that sucks. Yeah, here, eat that, buddy. Well, thanks for dropping by, man. We got about 30 minutes left, just to let you know. We're on a stricter schedule this go-around for stream. Trying to kind of make things a little more uniform and get things in a better place. But I'm glad to have you in. It's been a while. Stinky glitch. Oop. We're out of medkits. Not sure what it is. Yeah, it looks like either like a melty piece of cheese, but now that you say stinky in there, that makes sense. I am unfortunately not exceptionally familiar with a lot of the emotes on Twitch. I'm used to the more standard stuff. This is, for everybody that's going to be watching this on YouTube later on, that's Blue Electron. He's hung around here a lot. Has been in and out before and stuff. Friends of Dante as well, so. Better. The grind is definitely a lot better, Blue. Now that I kind of know what I'm doing in this game, I spent a good portion of the stream kind of explaining builds and grinding for materials and stuff and how that all works. So I think it's a lot better. Now that you say it, now I'm confused. Yeah, it could be butter too. Butter, like butter in the microwave or something. I don't know. All right. Let's find us a mission real quick, and we'll see what we can do. We're running low on components, too, and we need receiver components. Receiver components are going to come from guns, for those of you that don't know anything about firearms or whatnot. Most people get it, though. Oh, you know it'd be a good one to run? District Union. Let's run District Union. Me and Ice can clear this in like 20 minutes. Heroic and oh yeah, it's legendary now. Legendary would be too hard. Oh, there's a great exploit, you guys, for this. I'm gonna show you what it is in here. This mission is highly exploitable in the final portion. You guys will love this. There we go. Yeah, the less got to get through the rough grind to get through the less rough grind. Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, in this game, once you get the build done, everything else becomes just easy. Just really easy. Me and Ice have been running on Heroic and just random roam. We did missions on Heroic. He didn't focus on a build. He's just got lucky. Me focusing on a build has definitely helped. So, all right, here we go. Running on challenging again, guys. With no medkits because I didn't stop by a safe house first because I'm an idiot. Wish me luck. I don't know where the other guy's at. And there's a friggin' medic out there. We gotta take care of that. Yeah, we do not want medics out there. They will completely screw everything up. Okay. I think there's a med kit up top there, so I'll have to try to grab that when I finish off this guy. Because we're going to need that med kit. Dang, what you danging about? If it's the damage, yeah, dang, man. Damage I've done. I put a lot of work into getting my damage boosted. My armor needs some help. There we go. We got that med kit finally, but we got to get off this wall. There he is. I'm going to try to dance with him. I don't know that I can. Just because these guys with these guns tend to get a little more... No, you can dance with them. Yeah, we got to get into cover, and we got to get healed. I'm in a bad spot. There's a tank right there. All right, there we go. Okay, we're going to take him out. Let's see if we can do the dancey stuff here, because this is where the showing off comes in. If we die, we die. But so with these heavier guys, they'll try to hit you if you get too close. And so what you want to do is you want to try to get real close to them so they try to hit you. This guy is not being very negotiable on that. We're going to heal up here. The guys that have the grenade launchers for sure. No, Blue. I don't do a lot of DZ. I don't find the rewards to be enough in there, honestly. Me and Ice did do a run. I think I got a vid cap of that. We did a run, and he started off in the night. He wasn't so sure. He was like, oh, Thumbs, I don't know about this, man. This is going to be really bad. He ended up murdering like 30-something people in DZ. I mean, players, not NPCs, actual other people. He would just roll up on people and start just murdering them. He ended up liking it by the end of it. We haven't gone back, though, because it's just you don't get enough experience or rewards to do it. I don't know how this build would stand up there. I know I don't have enough armor for it. I'm doing a pretty decent amount of damage, but I haven't tested it there. So... yeah, Ice really just blossomed in DZ, man. He really surprised me. I wasn't sure. I thought the night that we did that, we were going to be quitting out of DZ early just because of pain in the ass. We spent the whole night there, and, man, he's usually a nice Canadian guy. He was homicidal in there. I'll say that. So... oh, look, an elite. oh. That's a brave red shirt over there. I'll loop in the reference that really shows my age. He was like that lyric out of the Toadies song, where he says, "I'll not be a gentleman tonight." That's how that went. Gives everybody that watches this an idea of how old I am. Got an itch, vicious itch. Okay, again, I want to try to get... there we go. Thought I heard something running. Yoop. We're going to be real stupid and run up to here because I'm trying to get those disrupts. There we go. What the hell am I hearing? Alright, these guys are going to be pretty well clustered. Let's see if we can get that... disrupt damage in there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Big finish. No, we don't do medics. 13 seconds. This is not a medic-friendly area. If you guys could stay there for like 7 seconds, that'd be great. Just 7 seconds, please. 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you. Thank you for participating. Yeah, I'm being a little more reckless this go. We might actually die at some point because I'm getting too ballsy. See, that's the problem, and me and I have discussed this many times in our many travels in the greater DC area here. When you get really good at this game, the thing that gets you killed isn't your stats, generally. It's you get too ballsy, and you start playing fast and loose because you get bored. That's why we started playing on more challenging modes, because we were getting bored with hard, and then we started getting bored with challenging, and Ice has memorized enemy drops. If you take him to any number of stages, he knows exactly what door they're going to come out, when they're going to come out, when the next spoken lines are going to happen. It's ridiculous. He's gotten too good at this game, man. I used to think he was really exceptional just at Mass Effect. Anything that he spends a good amount of time with, he just memorizes and gets. All right, we're going to park right here a minute. Oh, well, that's what she gets. 3. And they're on fire. We're going to try to get closer for the disrupt here. Here we go. And yes, I did use the damage numbers to target that enemy. Thanks for coming to my Thumb Talk every time. My name is Thumbs. That's been my TED Talk. We are going to heal up because we're not doing so hot right here. That was a dick move. Them grenades are going to do me dirty. We got to get back before we end up dead. Well, I caught somebody on fire. That cover that guy took was excellent. Superb, sir. Superb. Nope, keep your grenade. Just, you hold on to it. I don't want it. Dante is online. Everybody, Dante. He's not online with us. He's just on the Xbox at this point. Don't get too excited. Oh, shit. Another one of these guys, huh? Alright, we're going to be a little more careful here. See, Disrupt doesn't seem to work too much on them. I know they've got, like, all the stuff they're wearing, but... Yeah, there you go, man. Blue's got it right. 90% of deaths is getting aggressive. 10% is lag. Oh, yeah, man. Right. Yeah, and that's what happened there is I was focused on getting the disrupts. And in doing that, that really screwed me because I wasn't being as careful as I should have been. Let's grab some bullets here. Well, I don't know when it got switched over to email only. Hopefully, hopefully I didn't spook off Dante thinking something was broken. Oh, I missed the door. I just don't know why I grabbed the ammo again. We already grabbed bullets. There's no cover there, is there? Nope, that's not a good table for cover. We need to get back all the way over here. I like how at this point, tonight's been weird for that. My zoomed out damage on the rifle has been doing more damage and had better accuracy than, oh shit, than my zoomed in, which is supposed to give you better accuracy, but... Oh god, we gotta get moved. Like fast. Whoa, shit. This is a really awful spot. I want you guys to know that. It's survivable, though. We were racking up them elite kills. I should have thought of District Union originally. I could have ran this twice and got much further than I had. So there is stuff around here to grab, but I don't care enough about it to grab it, so we're not going to. We're just going to press forward. And I will show you I don't know if we want to call it an exploit. It kind of is, but I will show you an exploit slash helpful hint. I don't want to say cheat or hack because you're not cheating or hacking anything. It's more of an exploit because you're exploiting a game mechanic that they haven't fixed. I've streamed it once before, way back, and I thought they'd have it patched, but it's an interesting little thing here, and it's at the very end, so. Which can arguably be the part that makes or breaks your playthrough of the stage on the most difficult setting. So, excited to show that here. Tasty loot, guys. Tasty loot. Who's charging up Neris? Oh. No. No. We're going to be dumb. I might have moved to a bad spot. No, we're good. Well, I think that sometimes we've had things that have been broken, Blue, and he assumes it's something with his hardware that happens, and this was not the case. If it's his own stuff, he'll rough through it, but and I think because Phaser was on chatting regular, but I don't know. At the beginning, he said it was something with ads too. I know the ad rolls on Twitch have been really bad for people because of how they interrupt everything. I don't know how many have rolled during this stream. I don't even know that I'd be able to accurately go back and see how many ad rolls have come up to ruin anything. I tried watching one of Fred's streams, and mid just what he was talking about, an ad roll came up, so. But again, I don't know how the emote only chat came up. I hadn't clicked anything or anything. It's really weird. Bang, you're dead. You too. All right. In honor of ice, we're going to break down our drone there. Or we don't have a drone. What was I hearing? I don't know. I heard something. Take an armor kit. That'll do. Yeah, this stage is going to be a lot harder to do pulsing on. So we're going to try to get right here. Pulse them and then move back. You only got one when you turned it on? Okay. Yeah, so for example, and I haven't watched a lot of streams. I tried to watch a few for the Twitch drama that was going on just to understand kind of better what was happening. And so non-Twitch drama related, I watched one of Fred Kasdan's streams. If you guys aren't checking his channel out, go check it out. He's got some great stuff. He plays a lot of different games. He is a man of many talents. I got a 30-second ad roll just coming into the channel before I could even see his face. And then it was like 30 minutes in, another 30-second ad roll popped in. And then randomly, like 10 minutes after that, there was another ad roll. And it cut him off mid-sentence. I know the ad rolls can't see when people are talking, but I just feel if they were more consistent than that. Because right at the beginning is one thing. I could maybe live with that on if I knew it was happening to me, which I know it does. And then every 30 minutes, I could like take a break and be like, hey, everybody, an ad roll's going to come up if I could time it right. But that weird 10-minute after the fact, that kind of screws up the flow of things, right? Because if you're mid-sentence, you've just, whatever you said, gone. And that's what happened. I had to ask Fred to repeat what he was saying because the ad roll had completely cut him off. And it doesn't delay the video. I mean, I guess they couldn't because it would screw up how the channel runs, right? Because then you'd be delayed. And if you're doing a 6-hour stream, you know, you're going to be a couple minutes off if they're 30-second ad rolls and they're pausing your channel and delaying it. So, and that also kills your low latency capability, right? Speaking of which, how am I lagging? Yeah, it looks good. So, yeah, and then just to update you if you haven't heard, on there Sundays are going to be just chatting streams, and the topic I'm going over this Sunday is going to be just the Twitch drama stuff, in particular, you know, all the stuff that Twitch has done, what's going on, things I've missed since I've been gone, and now that I'm back, and how I feel about that, what I think about that, my opinion, all those. So that's something I've kind of want to do for a while, but I think that prior to my streaming hiatus, I was too afraid to. You know, I didn't, too nervous, too, I don't know what, but I just didn't want to do it. And now I'm kind of set on the fact that I'm going to, and that's what I want to be a part of this channel. But I also want to make sure that on regular game runs like this, that if people have stuff they want to include in, I want people to be involved. I want them to talk about the game. I want them to give advice and stuff, you know, and as I said earlier in stream, somebody told me, multiple somebodies had told me, that streaming was supposed to be kind of like you're playing a game and you got your friend sitting with you on the couch while you're playing that game. And I feel more like it's been more like just people watch and there's not a lot of input. From your core group, absolutely. You've provided input. Dante has, of course. Phaser always has something useful in, but most people just kind of silently watch and don't have any questions, don't want to be involved, and I want people to be excited about games. I want them to enjoy it, not who's number one, who's best at PvP, or, you know, I want people to enjoy gaming like it used to be. You know? Like when you watch your friend play like Sonic and you're just kind of cheering them on or telling them like, hey, do you know if you do this, you can get here, or Sunday tea, there you go. Oh yeah, we're going to spill that tea. We gonna spill all that tea. We got a lockbox here. The stream's gonna go over by a few minutes, but that's better than the streams I used to do, I think, when I'd say we're gonna go by a few minutes and then like 3 hours later. Good times, but unfortunately it was kind of impeding some of my personal life. I'm a married spud. I've got priorities. Got to keep them priorities straight, you know? Where's the lockbox? Oh, jeez. It's behind the thing. We'll take a quick count of items that you get here, too. The lockboxes, I hadn't been paying attention. I'm so sorry, guys. If you're watching the video and you were paying attention, that you'd see. Oh, my head's in the way, so it won't matter. All right, so a hyena box. What did we get? 24 water, 19 polycarbonate, 100 electronics. You can barely see it there, but I'm in the way and my shirt's on the chair. So those boxes are going to be instrumental to you getting a lot of the resources you're going to need for recalibration. Let me take a drink here. Because they drop so much of the particular type of resource, unfortunately, there's 1 box per mission, and there's like 5 in the overworld, 5 or 6 in the overworld. It's once every 24 hours you can get those. So you're not going to hit the 9,999 resource cap running missions in a day. It's going to take you a couple days, and if you're spending it on the regular, it's going to be a process. But it is a lot quicker to grab those. So these, I think, refresh every couple of hours. But the big faction boxes, yeah, you're looking at 24 hours for those are set. And I don't know when it is. I forget where this dev is, where their servers are located. Because it's not an even 24. Like for me, it's not going to reset at midnight Mountain Time. It's going to be some other time. It's like in Fallout for me, because Bethesda's East Coast, Fallout, when it says 24 hours, like the dailies, the new stuff comes up on Tuesdays at 10 for the weeklies. Everything else, like dailies, reset at 10 a.m. So which I need to do the weeklies for Fallout. That'll be probably later tonight, much later tonight. Trying to get the season pass done for that. I mean, I saw also working on the season pass for this and whatnot. So. Okay, we're gonna jump off of there real quick. Now I want to kill everybody except for that tank, because if that guy pops out and all these guys are still around, it is not going to be a fun party. And see, health gen is enough at this point that it's doing that steady regeneration, but I can have that chunking a lot better on the health regen. That's one of the build items we're working on, is the health regeneration, the passive. Come on, shoot at me. Because that guy's going to be gold. This room's going to fill up with enemies pretty quickly. Goodbye. We still got a live one out there. That boss sounds fun at parties. Oh, definitely, for sure. This is one of those parts that Ice likes, because once you kill the guy, the thing that they say, it's I know it, but I'm not going to say it right now. I don't want to ruin it because they're going to say it anyway. I'm not going to waste the regular bullets. What we're going to do here is we're going to light that thing up with the pistol. May have to use regular though, because this is taking too long. Jeez, okay. I'm going to be hopping off here after this mission, Ice. Sorry, man. I gotta jump out to family stuff. All right, there he is.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry, man. Well, I'm glad that redeem's working. That came through nice and clear. Hopefully it came through for you guys. Okay, now we're going to use that med kit. Not the gun I wanted. You should always stay for another drink. Don't hinge your drink life on me, Ice. Ice had something else going on, so that's why he didn't get in, and he was saying if I'd known that I'd stayed for another drink. Well, you always stay for another drink, man. Sounds like you were having a lot of fun, man. Diesel is now dead, and he'll say the line that Ice loves most. And just a second here. Here we go. Right here, right here. There we go. That's the line. Ah, man, you should have stayed for another drink. We didn't have too much exciting going on here. The chat got locked in emote only for a short time there. I think like half the stream, I think. So that there was that. And blue paid to unlock it, unfortunately. I hate this room. This is another room that Ice is exceptionally just good at. I didn't do so bad myself there, though. That disrupt did help, though. It was a pub night where we watched... Ice says it was a pub night where we watched the Jays game, but the food was way better than it had been any night to be with the pubs. Than it had any right to be with the pubs, as I'm illiterate, as you guys can all see. I don't know what pub food's... I've had some good bar food here, so I don't know what pub food's like there, but I've had some pretty good bar food. All right, so if this still works, they may have patched it. Like I said, I haven't read the last patch notes, but if you're in the District Union Arena and you're at the final stage here, okay, don't open this gate. And here's why. In their infinite wisdom in developing and designing the stage at previous levels, you can see the enemy there, right? They can't open the gate. You can hang back here indefinitely and just get the kills. You're going to have to line it up right. They have a hard time shooting you in a lot of the angles, so they'll get close to the gate, at which point you can use a shotgun for close damage. Grenades can't hit in here. You're completely safe to finish the stage off right here with no other real repercussions. And since they have to angle weird, most times they can't hit you, but you can hit them. You're near an ammo restock, so you have all the bullets you're going to need. And the AI will start to figure out that you're stuck back here and keep coming at you, and you can just pick them off one by one, including the boss. And yes, you can still take damage back here, but you can always run back here where they can't hit you because they'll only get so close to the gate. And then the only time you need to open that gate is to finish the stage off or to go collect the goods. That's it. This still hasn't been patched. This has been around since early on in the game. I have used this on the most difficult game setting to beat this stage. And the boss and everything else in here. Because you don't have to open the gate. And you can angle. It is hard to see because the gate glows. But as you can see, I'm not having too hard of a time aiming at these guys. And since their cross-section is limited, they're going to keep at the same spots to get you. You're far enough back that while you'll take damage, it's reduced because of the range. Because there's always a kind of like a modifier, if you will, on how much damage you're going to take. And if they start shooting at you real bad, just back off, regain your health, whatever you need to do. Now, you can't take cover. But they'll keep bouncing around out there. Like, here comes one now. I'm just going to pull out the shotgun. They'll get close. But then they'll back off. And I don't know why they back off. I don't know if it's because the AI is being told there's a barrier and they can't get any closer or what the deal is. But they'll hang around only oh so close. Like, see, even the heavy there is getting behind cover. So I'm not sure the science behind this. Let's see what we got. I got to catch up on chat. Hold on, I'll catch up on chat. Let's see. Ice told Blue he's doing all right because they're checking on each other, you know, just catching up on old times. Blue says AI is so SMRT. Yeah, they are real smart. Ice told me to stop acting like the pineapple revive me. No, it's done its job tonight. It's earned its pay. We have just the pulse on. I don't have the waitress on. We're doing the pulse for that league. That league's happening for another few nights. It's got 6 days left on it, so. And the cars can't get you in here too, guys. And see, he's kind of staying in place right there, so I'm safe-ish here. If this was a solid door, we wouldn't do it, and I think that would ruin the aesthetic of the stage. The only way that I could see them fixing this Like, the proper way to fix it would be make the gate automatically open or remove this door entirely to force you in. Otherwise, they're giving you an easy out. And see, the car will just sit here. Unless I get really close. I think I can even, yeah, I can pulse the car too. There it is. Just hard to see some of the enemies. That's the only thing. So if you're in a hurry, this is not the method you want to use. You'll want to be in there where you can easily see enemies. But there's another one down. Now here comes Dime. They're going to run right down the center. Same thing's going to happen. They're all going to try to flood in. And I says mine was what was supposed to be there instead of mined. Got it. So we got a red shirt running in here. Same with those guys too. They can't bash you because they can't get in here. There's another one down. There's Dime. And see, they kind of stop right there. They can get around the front. I've seen it happen. Like right there, there's Dime there. And that kind of puts you a little bit in danger, but then they back off. So, again, I don't know what the underlying programming is telling the AI to do. Like, I don't know what it's... Yeah, so there he is there. He'll get close. And I'm probably going to get downed if I'm not super careful here. We might have to pulse him. We'll use a heal up here. But I'm... No, it's at the same. Nothing. Sorry, you guys, let me catch up on chat here. So, I said, asked Blue how many times I went down. Blue said none. We died once, I think, but the pineapple brought us back. And then I said my armor is worse. And no, it hasn't got worse. It's the same as it was prior. No, it's been this way. I don't know if you've seen it on this side, though, because I haven't streamed Division since the upgrades I put in place. But no, armor's... Right, we're going to pulse him. He's getting annoying. And there's the shield on Dime. And there's Dime. He's done. And another level. We got, I think, 3 levels tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and open this gate since Dime is dead. We've already... Yeah, and that's it. And that is how you cheese the last section of District Union Arena. Saying it the right way. That's how you do it. Because that gate is not fixed. Again, if they wanted to fix it, all they have to do is pop the gate out. I think just removing it. I don't think it needs to be an object that you open. Since the enemies are already in here, that gate doesn't make any sense. The only thing I could think is that's a leftover from development. Where it was supposed to be you open the gate and then the enemies start spawning in. They didn't do that, so the enemies are just already there. So again, if Massive catches wind of that or anything and they want to get rid of it, just remove the gate. It's not necessary. It's not needed. I'm going to go back to White House to finish up our run here, guys, as we're about 6 minutes over, so... because I do have to hop off. My armor squares are so small and plentiful, Ice says. Yeah, I don't know what gear you've got equipped, but you've definitely got a lot more armor for sure. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on getting the build done. Getting things boosted. And then, all right, now we play. Fortunately, I can't, man. I'll see if I could do some time tomorrow night. What time do you think you can hop on? Like little ant, strong like rhino. Blue. I went to the White House. What the hell is this? Oh, no, I didn't go to the White House. They're actually going to try and run that 16-year-old hacker that allegedly hacked the Grand Theft Auto servers. It wasn't even servers. He hacked a Slack account. They're going to run him in court for what he did. That's ridiculous. A lot of people are speculating that because he's 16, the law shouldn't apply the same as it would an adult. But Rockstar, as people have pointed out, is a very powerful company, and They want blood in this. That's going to be another Sunday chat, is Rockstar Games as a company. I've got some really, really just nice choice things to say in there. I'm going to try to keep it cordial, but I've got some complaints about them, how they make games and stuff. Not that I don't love the games they've made. That's the hard part about that, is I like a lot of the titles, but I really want to discuss the upcoming GTA title coming, what that's going to potentially do to their games and the experience and stuff like that. So, plus talking about the Rockstar fan base, and I'm talking the hardcore people who have been simping for them like crazy, because that's its own special little section of that topic. But that's something we're going to get into. As I said at the welcome back monologue, I've been keeping some notes of current events and stuff, and I've got my opinions on them. So, oh, can I put out EA on there? Ice. We might dedicate a whole night just to EA. And Blue says it may go long. Yes, it may go long. Well, the Sunday streams are going to run a little bit longer. It's 7 to 9, but it may run a bit longer than that. That's just kind of the basis for that. Sunday's a little more flexible for some things. I mean, I can't go too far over, but I'm going to try to contain it in there. It's also my test to see how well I can do just basically an extremely long monologue on something. So we'll see. That's going to be an evolving process too, because I don't know what's going to happen, if I need to add graphics, stuff like that. And I have gaming related topics too. I want to talk about motivational quotes and stuff that I think are horrible, that the message doesn't apply anymore, or it's just wrong for a lot of people. So it's a Ice. Well, you're not wrong, Blue. All right, recap real quick. And Ice, maybe we can take a look at something real quick here. But process should go, guys. Go to your Recalibration Library. Check for any green up arrows in here. You'll know them if you see them that show you have an item that goes in the Recal Library. Go to your expertise station. I've already marked my stuff as junk. Donate all junk. We're at 180 now. Back out of there. Go to your inventory. Then scrap all of your junk. Perfect. We're going to get rid of those mods. This is what I do every time I go back to the White House. We're going to get rid of all of the mods for that sweet, sweet, delicious printer filament, because we like it for level ups. We're going to do the deconstruct for junk again. You did? Where? Oh, Fred and I play 76 tomorrow. I know he'd love it if you joined. I can't imagine I'll be off of that until 9 your time at the earliest. I might be able to make 9 work, man, if it's okay with you, if you have the time for it. We'll find out. I'll see if I can join you guys tomorrow. I probably wouldn't stream it, but I'll see if I can hop in. It depends on what's going on here. The schedule's just changed here. This is the first week where I'm trying this out to see if everything's going to work. So it's like one of those things like, void or prohibited, subject will change, that kind of thing. So we'll see what we can do there. But I'll see if I can join you. I know Fred's wanted me in, and I would love to be in one of those, just haven't had the ability to. But definitely see what we can do. Maybe boost him some levels and stuff too. I know he wants to get into stuff. So, so once you've deconstructed all your stuff, you probably, and I don't know if you saw that, Ice. I'm so sorry, man. Let me check one other thing here. We need titanium real bad. I'm gonna have to start farming titanium. All right, so optimization or expertise, Ice. So in the corner it says 180 of 200. I'm a level 4. Yeah, I'm gonna have to slow it down for a tutorial. Play till midnight or so your time, so we can do that. Okay, yeah, we'll shoot for that, man. So once you put all your junk in, see that 180 by 200? Those are the ranks in these. So each 0 to 10, each one of those counts towards that number. So that's where you want to turn in all the stuff you've marked as junk that you can, and I let it automatically do it because it would take too long otherwise. Then once you've got that done, like Baker's dozen is proficient, you only have to reach proficiency once. And then in the corner there, it says upgrade. See how mine are all 244, 375, 19 at 250, 00, 500. I don't have the materials to put another proficiency rank in, but it's already at grade level 4. So even if I had the materials, I can't go to grade level 5 because I don't have my expertise level up to 5 yet. That's why. So, for example, I need to find one. Shotguns. Let's try that. Scorpio. So Scorpio is at 3. I could technically bring that grade level up to 4 to get another 1% weapon damage, but I don't have the materials. I was hoping to farm enough materials tonight to show that on here. That's why when I do a tutorial, I'm probably going to have to pregame it and just stockpile a crap ton of materials to get all this in to make that work. That tutorial is going to be a lot slower. I think I want to do a half-hour long video, and I have not done a video like that, nor have I done a lot of editing. So, yeah. What's that expertise level I have in the upper left there? What's your expertise level at? Are you at 1? Are you at 4? Or 3 or 2, whatever? What level are you at? We all love a good pregame. Oh, yes. Yes, we do, Blue. So, if it's at 1, then you'll need to know what the number below that is. So if you're like me, 180 of 200, it just means that you don't have enough of these in yet, these levels here. So see how it says it's got that bar 0 to 10 and it's barely at the 5. If I want to increase that 180 number on the side there, I need to hit left trigger to donate materials. And way at the beginning of the stream of this, I talked about using printer filament. Now watch that 180. Well, it didn't do it here. Once it goes up there's the rank progress. Once that rank progress goes over to max that out to the next one, it's going to pop it to 181. So that's what's happening. That's why it takes so long, is because you've got to get your rank progress up. Right now, this military M870 or M870 has a proficiency rank of 3 and go to a max of 10. Each one of those ranks 0 to 10 counts as one of those expertise level numbers under the 4. And that's why it's taking so long. And another thing I'd said was keep as many guns of different type in your inventory as you can, because each time you kill somebody or you level up or whatever, you get a little bit of expertise on that. That's why it has rank progress on these. But it's not consistent. I think it has to be the weapon class type, because none of these have gotten anything, but my rifles have, because I used a rifle all night long and a shotgun. So that's where it's going to matter and how it's going to function for ranking that up. So, when I get this uploaded, you may want to go back over the beginning, because I go over some of the other details there. But if I'm on stream and can do it, this is where I think it's easier, because we can actually see stuff and I can point it out. I couldn't get my mouse in here, though. I think I have it set to hide mouse over. I need to turn that off so I can point to these in here, because right now I can't, and that's going to complicate some things. But Massive, if you have a moderator watching, can you guys please add some more stuff to it, textiles and more regular keys or something, please? Because me and Ice have so many keys. We need more regular apparel badly. If you guys could just do what you did with what is it? Not Wildlands. What's the Breakpoint? If you could just add all of the style options that Breakpoint has into Division, those keys would have a use. I have, where is it showing? I think I have like 120 keys or something. I forget where it shows it at. There's a way to see how many keys you have. And I don't know if it's in here or not, but oh my God, we have so many keys. So if you guys could just beef up that, just copy paste the stuff from Breakpoint here, I'll be fine. All right, guys. Well, that's it for tonight. If you catch us later on YouTube, I'm going to start trying to end these this way. Please like, subscribe, share. I am looking for participation in the channel from people that really want to know more about the games that we play. So if you have questions about optimization, recalibration and stuff, I'd be glad to help. If you have input and you know that I'm saying something that's wrong, let me know. Tell me. Add that input into comments in YouTube or in the live chat here. Don't be vulgar. Don't be mean. We want you to be nice, but everybody gets better if we all help each other. So, and a lot of things I don't think Ubisoft has spelled out well. Yes, there are pro gamers out there that are doing videos, but they're very complicated. They're not simple enough for people like me and a lot of other people that play these games and enjoy them but want to do more. And I want to be somebody that's helping people enjoy these games more on the very basic stuff. So And yes, Ice has been doing exceptionally well about commentating a lot of my videos on YouTube. I've actually gone back and watched some of those after he's left comments. I've enjoyed the commentary of, man. I forgot a lot of the moments I had in there. A lot of that is a blur just because how tired I was and how things were going at the time. So already I feel better doing what I'm doing now. So no, on my YouTube, Blue. He's been going over my YouTube channel, viewing the videos there and commenting. I've been sharing a lot more on Twitter and YouTube these days. I'm uploading a lot of older videos that are no longer available on Twitch that I had and stuff. So I'm bulking the channel up. The editing's been hard here lately, but I'm working that problem out. Like I'm going to get a video up for yesterday's stream, and then I'll try to get this one shot out as well sometime tomorrow too. But yeah, we've bulked up the YouTube. We've got some content there from way back, and I'm getting stuff together. So we even have playlists. So if you just want to watch nothing but Division videos that are there, there's not a lot up right now. There will be a lot more. You can go watch nothing but the Division videos. So, but yeah, we're really expanding out, guys. I want a lot more of the content that I've already made out there. I want to have an effect. I want to be affecting things in a good fashion. Positive majority, yes, but sometimes there's going to be things I talk about that aren't going to have a very positive ring to them, but I think they're still valid. I think that that's something that's important too. So all that in good time, guys. Till then, we're signing off for now. As is new, these first videos are going to have this reminder for you guys. We're going to fade to black for a few seconds so I can make an edit point, and then I'll do the outro. That's how I'm going to do the editing right now until I find a better method, because I don't want the videos to have an intro and an outro from the stream. Those take up a little more time than I want to deal with on that. So I'm working on that. We did play 2 Ice. He's asking about Mass Effect. I've got videos for that I need to edit. Now that the copyright stuff's out of the way, I feel comfortable getting those published. I've just got to find them all because they're all uploaded randomly to YouTube. But I will be getting those out. And then, yes, 3 will be in the works at some point. Don't know when yet because we've got a lot to do. But we will be doing 3 to finish off that. And then we're going to go back through to get the achievements done on all those games. So all in good time, man. All those coming up. I have a lot of fun stuff I want to do on the channel. And I think I can enjoy it a lot better this go around. So anyways, till next time, guys, we will be back on Sunday at 7. We're going to be doing a just chatting stream, so no gameplay, and we're going to be talking about the Twitch drama that took place, my take on that, where I felt people have missed, and a lot of other stuff. So if you want to come hang out for that, great. Don't feel obligated to. I don't care if you're regular on the channel. If you don't like the subject matter or the content, you don't have to attend. I'm not going to hate you for it. This is not that kind of channel. So I appreciate the support, but if it's not something you like, that's fine. I am not going to be upset or mad at all. So till next time, guys, till Sunday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You guys have a good evening, and we will see you later on. And thanks to Blue and Ice for hanging out. I really do appreciate it, guys. Bye.